And this is the basic of design thinking. And I'm going to read the definition because I really like the definition of Lietka, because I think that it helps to frame what design thinking is and why it's good for your challenge, which is designing your career. So, design thinking is an hypothesis driven process that is problem as well as solution focused. This is really, really important because most of the mindset that you used up to now, I mean induction and deduction, were mainly solution focused. So you wanted to find what or how, but you didn't really study the problem too much, right? In deduction, you find the value by knowing the solution and knowing the principle, and in induction, you study the principle by looking at the results, so something that already happened in the past. In design thinking, you also need to really define better the problem, because with I want to be happy, it's hard to go somewhere. Just to as a note, most of the problems that we face in today's society are of this sort. You know, reducing inequality, make the world more sustainable, find resource for 10 billion people. All those problems are wicked problems that requires as a mindset that you study the problem first and then you move to the solution, but also that while you study the problem you try solution that helps you to define better the problem. That's why it's problem and solution focused. It relies on abduction and experimentation involving multiple alternative solutions that actively mediate a variety of tension between possibility and constraints. This is, what we were discussing before, which is abduction as a way of thinking, but also experimentation. Most people say, okay, I want to find the perfect job for me, and I have this opportunity that somehow somebody give me, and let me evaluate this opportunity. This is not experimentation. Experimentation is about having many possibilities, for sure more than one, try some out in some ways, and understand better something about yourself through this experimentation. For example, can you picture yourself in this kind of position? You can try to do the job that the company is proposing you for some time and assess. In most contracts, you have some time to evaluate the job, and you can resign without notice. In Italy are a few months usually in a standard contracts. This is good for the company, but also good for you to work in your experimentation and understand if the job that you are considering is the right one, because respond to your principle, but also gives the value that you are addressing. And the solutions that you are considering are mediating attention between possibilities and constraints, because a solution is not an ideal one, because most of the time it's hard to find the best job. Sometimes you find the most suitable job in a specific set of alternative that gives you a value that for now you consider adequate. So this is life, and that's why you need to learn to deal with, navigate in uncertainty and finding what you like through time. So that's also why changing job is not a big deal, because it's a part of the process of experimentation, especially in the early part of your career. Design thinking is best suited to decision contexts in which uncertainty and ambiguity are high. So some students of mine are coming to me and say, "Hey, I got this fantastic job offer, but I don't know what to do." Then if you have only one job offer, then there's no uncertainty and no ambiguity. There's only one. So it's, a yes or no decision, and you should not use design thinking to make those kind of decisions, but use your judgment and some experience, and if you have no alternative, what I tell to my students, there's no tension, so just go for it. If you like it, if you feel that you don't like it, just stop considering, and that's enough. Iteration based on learning through experimentation is seen as a central task. And here we have two words that are really important. The first is iteration. It's hard to learn all those things about yourself in one single round. So iteration means keep on doing this circle from what you want to achieve to what are the principles, to what are the solution, back to the need or value, and iterate on different job opportunity to actually find more what you want to do. Some time ago, I was speaking with a person that I admire, that told me that after some years of work, he found that what he really wanted to do was helping others. So he found a way to work part-time and do part-time volunteering activities. And of course, you need to understand what is sustainable and how to make it good for your life. But if ultimately this makes you happy and satisfied, then you are more productive in all the rest of the activities you carry out. And that's called learning, because through iteration, if you really pay attention to yourself and to the feedback that the context is giving you, that helps you learn and improve.